What's up, Bridal Babes? I hope you're ready for another exciting episode of your favorite local wedding show, Bridal Buzz. I'm your host, Kat, and as you can see behind me, we are in the heart of San Antonio, technically the 22nd floor of the Hilton Palacio Del Rio Hotel, and we are going to learn all about what they can provide for your wedding weekend. Start to finish, welcome party to Sunday brunch. You and your guests are going to have an amazing time here at the Hilton, so let's get started. All right, Bridal Babes, here we are on the 22nd floor of Hilton Palacio Del Rio with Monica. Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about who you are, what your role here is at the Hilton.
Sure, my name is Monica Weimert. I'm a catering and event manager here at the Hilton Palacio. So I sell and contract, negotiate the space, and also service all of the social events for the hotel.
Amazing. Tell me a little bit about the history of this building. Where are we in San Antonio?
Yes, absolutely. So we are right in the center of downtown San Antonio. We're located on 200 South Alamo Street. This property has a great history. It was originally built in 1968. They were trying to build it in time for the World's Fair that was happening that year. So it was built in 202 working days,
wow,
which is kind of crazy when you think about it. The property was actually built and furnished down to the last, bed sheet and everything 7 miles away. And then it was transported here kind of as Legos. They'll point that out when you do the river barges.
How
as
cool.
well.
Monica, tell me a little bit about what we're surrounded by right now and the space we're standing in.
Sure, yes. So we're on our 22nd floor, as you mentioned. We're in our La Vista room. This room is probably one of the most popular that we book for weddings. As you can see, it has the panoramic views of the city and downtown. You can actually see the Riverwalk. So this room is a little over 4,000 square feet of space. It's perfect for, I would say, 150 to 180 with the dance floor.
Okay.
We can accommodate a stage, we can accommodate a DJ.
Cool.
So this is La Vista, and then also on this floor we have El Mirador. Also, that room is over 4,000 square feet. It does have a partial view. It has windows in the back of the room that open up very nicely in several different entrances, so you can get creative with that. You can open the doors to kind of create a larger space. We can set the dance floor in the middle towards the back, and there's alcoves in there that we use for cake tables and bars as well.
Cool. I love that I'm surrounded by natural light in here and some iconic staple San Antonio places.
Yeah, so it's got a great view. You can see a partial view of the Tower of the Americas. So a lot of times we will put the sweetheart table or the head table on that side of the room. If you have a good photographer, they can get that shot in the background. We also have the famous Riverwalk. You can see a little bit of the Alamo, the Cathedral, and La Vita.
Iconic.
Yes, so lot to take in from this view. We are located right across from where the river barges are, and you can buy tickets to do your barge. You can do a private cocktail barge. We can actually cater that as well.
Fun.
So we do a lot of those for, I would say, rehearsals or bridesmaids getting together to kind of celebrate early on in the engagement, little engagement cocktail barges.
Cool.
We do that as well.
So I know you mentioned the ballrooms that are on this floor. There are a couple of other options in the hotel as well, right?
Yes. So headed down, so on our mezzanine level is our largest ballroom. It's the Salon Del Rey Ballroom. We can accommodate with a dance floor comfortably. I would say 250 to 350 with the dance floor. Wall-to-wall tables, we can accommodate up to 500. So it's got a lot of space. It's got the view of the tower, and it is located right underneath the Terrace Garden. So from the Terrace Garden, you can have your ceremony, and then you can wrap around that staircase and walk into the ballroom.
Oh, perfect. Now check this out, Bridal Babes. We are at the Terrace Garden here at Hilton Palacio Del Rio, another amazing ceremony setting option. Imagine having your ceremony surrounded by the downtown views. What could be better?
So a lot of people don't know we have that terrace. It's kind of our hidden gem. It's located on our 5th floor. And the terrace we use it a lot for ceremonies. It's got a gazebo, really pretty view of the city and the tower. Well, we have our Pavilion Building is located across the street. So that is also an option that we sell and cater and service for. The Pavilion Building can accommodate up to 120 on either level. It has 2 levels, and you can get creative with that space. It's a historical building, so it's great.
I was going to say, it's very unique. All right, Bridal Babes, here we are in the Pavilion, another wedding venue that Monica mentioned. It's right across the street from the hotel. It's giving me South Texas hill country wedding vibes, the limestone on the walls, the old wooden floors. Can't wait to see the amazing things that you guys come up with in this space. And it's just another amazing reason that you should be booking your wedding at Hilton Palacio Del Rio. So this hotel has a lot of history, a lot of goodness happening here. Tell me about what it's offering for brides specifically.
I think it's a great location for, wedding couples as well as their guests. Once you're here, you're in the center of the city. Downtown, in my opinion, is, a huge part of what makes the city unique. And it's really improved. There's so much to do for everyone, for the bride, for the groom, for out-of-town family. Once you're here, you really don't have to step out far to have really good food, to be entertained, and to have a beautiful wedding.
Right, and I feel like the majority of the wedding weekend can happen here. The getting ready, the rehearsal, the reception, the ceremony, it can all happen in one place. I feel like that's a huge benefit for anyone looking to have that wedding weekend experience with their guests.
Yes, that is a huge plus as well. We can, from start to finish, we can do rehearsal, ceremony, reception, post-wedding brunch, drinks on the barge.
Are there any added bonuses to booking, say like a reception and ceremony? What would they get on top of that if they do that?
So we have several perks in our current wedding packages. So a courtesy room block that comes with the package. So we would provide a discounted rate for your friends and family to book here to stay at the hotel. You also receive a complimentary menu tasting with our executive chef, and we usually schedule those 8 to 10 weeks out. In addition, we have complimentary linen, so we have a choice of ivory, white, or black, as well as a complimentary candle wedding centerpiece as well. And just lots of different options as far as custom menus, food and beverage, bar menus.
Well, thanks so much, Monica, for filling us in on some details about booking weddings here, the history behind the hotel, where we are. I can't wait to see more, and I know we're going to be trying some delicious food from Chef Ben in a minute. So, Bridal Babes, let's go see some more. All right, Bridal Babes, we're sitting down here in the Stetson with Monica, the catering and events manager at Hilton Palacio Del Rio. I'm obsessed with this room. Tell me a little bit about it. What is its use? What is the vibe that brides and grooms can get from this space?
Yes, this is a great room. It's kind of another hidden gem of the Hilton Palacio. The history of this space it was actually the hotel's steakhouse many years ago. We've turned it into an event space venue. And it is, as you can see, it's cherry wood walls. It has a fixed bar. It has private restrooms. It's on its own private floor. We're directly above our main restaurant. So it's got a great view of the Riverwalk.
Yes.
And it's a little over 1,800 square feet of space. So we can comfortably accommodate a wedding I would say up to 70, 80 people very comfortably with the dance floor and the DJ.
Cool. And then other events like rehearsal dinners and things like that?
It's very popular for rehearsal dinners. There's actually a staircase towards the back of the room that goes down to the Riverwalk, so you can book a barge that we can also cater, and you can start with drinks on the river barge and then walk into this room, or the other way around.
How fun!
So it's very popular for rehearsal dinners and also post-wedding brunches and small weddings.
Okay, and I can imagine during the winter time with the lights on the Riverwalk and everything behind us, what an amazing backdrop that must be.
Yes, these large cypress trees behind us, they have the string, the multicolored string lights, so they're very popular. There's lots of activity right below us, behind us, during those winter months. Right behind us is actually where you can purchase the tickets to take a tour on the river barges. So oftentimes if you have an evening reception or event in this space, you can see the line of people, and more importantly, they can kind of peek into your setup here in the Stetson room.
You're like a local wedding celebrity.
Yeah. It's a great space.
And talk to me a little bit about the catering, the bar service, the food and drink.
Yes, so catering and food and beverage, is a huge part of the day. We have a great team here. We have a great culinary team. This year we completely revamped our menu, so we have different packages you can select from, but I would find most of the time we do end up doing some sort of custom menu. Your bar, you can do an open bar, you can do a hosted bar, cash bar, or a bar package where you're paying per person. So it's all very flexible. If you want just beer and wine or beer, wine, and margaritas, kind of the San Antonio Riverwalk, we can do that, as well as plated or buffet reception menu.
Amazing, how fun.
Yeah.
All right, bridal babes, look at this delicious spread in front of me. Before we dig in, I'm gonna learn a little bit about the inspiration behind it, the hands that made it. Chef Ben, he's the executive chef here at Hilton Palacio Del Rio. Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for creating this spread for us.
Of course, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
It's fun to cook.
Tell me a little bit about why you love cooking. What inspired you to get into this realm?
When I was little, I lived on a farm, so in Pennsylvania, it was close to my heart. And then as I came to Texas, I just kind of went to culinary school, read about it, learned about it, and it's just a super passion of mine. So
cool.
Yeah.
What inspired, I know this is a new menu you guys are offering here at the Hilton. What inspired these new decisions, new choices on the plates I'm seeing in front of me?
For one, I think, it's just time for change with all the craziness of last year and everything. We want to push our food forward. We want to say that we're here, make a stance. So that's kind of what, created the dishes.
Well, it definitely looks elevated. It looks unique. I can't wait to start trying it. So I'm going to go ahead and dive in. I'm going to start with this right here. You want to tell me what it is?
Sure. So that's our deviled egg. We do offer hors d'oeuvres, for the start of your event. If you were having one here, we do a wide selection, but that one specifically is kind of like a jalapeno popper twist on an egg. It's got prosciutto. It's got some crispy Parmesan.
That is delicious. This is honestly one of the most unique deviled eggs I've ever had. It's like the thickness of the filling is really, really great. A little bit of kick to it. That prosciutto on top is like delicious, crispy, smoky, giving me life. I love it. Love it.
Yeah,
love
we
it.
try to use all the egg yolks that we cook with, so it gives it that rich texture.
So I'm imagining we'd see hors d'oeuvres like this maybe at a cocktail hour. Are there any other events or moments where you'd be serving that?
Sure. We could do it at a late night if they wanted it. Possibly if they have a bridal room, we'll serve it in there as well.
A fancy getting ready party.
Yes, of course. The grooms, we have a little something different, some more meat and stuff like that. But we offer a wide range of items.
That was delicious. What should I try next?
I would say the pork belly dish. We braise it for several hours. It's got a honey glaze.
Oh my god.
Kind of a feel of Texas.
That looks so good. I'm like, have to brace myself. All right. And is this an hors d'oeuvre that you would be serving at cocktail hour as well? Or what kind of dish is this?
So yeah, we braise it down with honey. We braise it in its own natural juices as well. It's a 24-hour smoke, so it has like a really barbecue-y flavor to it. We pair it with some pickled onions just to cut that bite. It gives a little acid for all the fattiness, but should be kind of like a piece of Texas.
Chef Ben, this is amazing. I'm like, serve me up this every day and I will be the happiest woman in the world. Wow, that is the sweetness and the smokiness and the fattiness and just everything about this is delicious. And when they're approaching building their plates, I see two different entrees here. How do you work with the couples? What's the process look like when they're tasting, when they're choosing their menu for their day?
Sure. I kind of go off of what they're looking for first. I kind of get with our catering director and just see what's their preferences, right? And then I try to find local, sustainable ingredients.
I think I want to try this. What is this?
So that's our braised short rib, and that's going to be on creamy polenta. And then we do root vegetables, so I get whatever is in season. Currently there's some great carrots, turnips, and then mushrooms.
Yes, these mushrooms are so cute. The cottagecore is really in with weddings right now, and I was like, those mushrooms are giving me cottagecore vibes.
Right, yeah, we get those from Texas actually, so not too far from here, grown here. You know, they're different sizes, different styles, and they're really good. They just have that burst of flavor.
That braise is delicious. The texture of the meat just falls apart in your mouth. 10 out of 10. 12 out of 10. So good. Thank you so much, Chef Ben. So I love that you have an emphasis on sustainable, locally sourced food. Tell me a little bit about why you make that decision.
For one, because of the pandemic, it's hard to get ingredients. So when we go local, it makes it fun. It makes it creative, not only for my staff, but for the couples, because it's something you might not normally see on a menu. We try to get something unique for each group. So if you're, like I said, vegan friendly or something like that, I can get with my farmers and just kind of talk through the dish, you know. So I like to work in Texas. I mean, it gives you so many varieties that you wouldn't see. It makes it different for their experience versus California or somewhere else. You know that you got a staple dish from here.
Cool. So this is what a setup for a sit-down meal would look like. Do you guys do buffet as well? Is that an option booking here?
Yeah, we do buffets, we do carving stations, we do live stations, we'll do late night snacks, kind of street foodie.
Fun.
So stuff that you would get like maybe in a food truck. So it gives it a good twist on everything if you want to get really fancy, if you want to get, you know, down and dirty and enjoy yourself with a beer. So we kind of have it all.
Cool. Well, thanks so much, Chef Ben. I think we learned a lot about the catering here at Hilton Palacio, and the food was delicious. I can't wait to eat a little bit more of it. Thank you so much for providing this today.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Wow, thank you so much, Monica, for setting up that tasting experience with Chef Ben. The food was delicious, and I can't wait for the couples to see it and potentially experience it for themselves. Is there anything else you want to leave with them?
I would just, like to say that once they're here, we really do take care of them. They're a big part of the whole process, just not only the day of, but the pre-planning. They meet our banquet captain, they meet the head server, they meet our chef at the menu tasting as well. You're not required to have a day of coordinator or wedding coordinator. We provide all of the service, and all of the people that they meet, will be a big part of their special day as well. So once their family and friends get here, there's plenty for them to do, including Dirty Nellie's and Fume, our new pizzeria as well. So we have lots of different outlets and activities for everybody, and look forward to servicing them on their special days.
I love it. And where can they find you? Where's the best place to reach out to you?
Yes, so we have our main website, Hilton Palacio. The Pavilion also has a website. You can find us on San Antonio Weddings as well. We have an Instagram, a Twitter, and a Facebook.
There you go, Bridal Babes. Monica is ready to help you. All right, Bridal Babes, there you have it. We learned all about the amazing wedding weekend you can have right here on the Riverwalk in San Antonio at Hilton Palacio Del Rio. Check out Hilton Palacio Del Rio today on sanantonioweddings.com. Book them for your downtown wedding. And don't forget, the buzz doesn't have to stop here. We're everywhere online, ready to help you plan your wedding. So we'll see you next time.